We'll take this walk where it all started.
Stolen cars, drug activity, prostitution.
Tires everywhere, some dead bodies, you name it, it was down here.
There were a couple of houses across the street that were abandoned houses that had squatters, and all the street lights were out.
This whole entire area was called the Forgotten Triangle.
And that's where they put us.
We all came together with the idea that we wanted to transform our community. So the Red All Green Partnership was born.
You had to have a lot of vision.
Say you build it, they will come. It's really true.
If you realize that it's more about the ultimate mission of making our communities better, you know, this is not for the faint of heart. You know, the turnaround has to happen and begin somewhere. And why not the Red All Farm?
You good? All right, that's all I'm talking about.
They very good.
Like Dame say, make your tongue slap your brain.
They're good. It's very tasty.
Good, let's get nice and hot too. As we moved into a technologically based, society, people were moving away from farming. Everything was go to the store and get it.
We ended up paying a great price for that convenience. People became convenient and disposable.
It's as if we're creating a system of genocide unwittingly. It's decades different of mortality.
This is what we really need to be doing, is growing our own foods, learning more about being stewards of the earth and whatnot. All right, so you want to pick them out? Okay, this is the average size. Now they're around about a pound, pound and a half. We discovered we had a break-in. End up being kids, so once we realized that, I was trying to figure out how to deal with it, how we're gonna handle it, and I prayed on it for a couple nights on how to approach these kids, because 20 kids jumping on you can hurt you. And I wasn't looking to get hurt, not no time soon.
At that point, you got two choices, either you're gonna help or you're gonna hurt.
And I ended up riding by their place, seeing them getting on their bikes on their way over here, so I came, parked, and I waited. And they came up, and when they rolled up, I asked them, can I have a conversation with them? And they asked me, who am I talking to? And the more I started having a conversation with them, they started telling me their needs and why they doing it. I mean, you know what I'm saying? There's no hope for them. And they just trying to make something happen for themselves to try and defend, but they thinking crime is the right way. And I was fortunate enough to be able to talk them out of that and into coming to see what we're doing over here, and then eventually starting to work for me, and me starting to provide them with different things that they need, like, offering and giving them clothes and shoes.
Damien, he knows how to talk to him. He got him going and got him into it, and gave him to me. And once they got to me, it was like, hey, we ready to work.
We said if we don't capture a generation and reintroduce farming and make farming sexy again, there's no way that they're gonna even have an inkling of what it takes to grow. So we dubbed the term that farming was the next survival skill.
It's one thing when it's monetary value, that's another thing when you're saving souls.
I think too often institutions and people of privilege think they have the answers and the knowledge for all situations, and the reality is that couldn't be further from the truth. And Red All is such a powerful example of that. The success they've had is orders of magnitude greater than the success of the urban farms that have been put in by large institutions with much greater resources. Ritol is 10 times more successful than all of those because it's homegrown. It's actually of that place, and they know exactly how to run it.
It's all about transformation. We're in the soil making business, and we take old trash, old food waste, and we turn it into black gold soil that we sell for a premium. If we can do that with soil, we believe we can do that with people. We believe we can do it with communities. We can do it with neighborhoods, because it's so much more than just about growing food. It's about engaging the community and getting people happy about living again, and about being healthy again, and about interacting again.
It's almost like you have made a hobby of saving the world.
The things that you ingest in your body, if they're negative, then they'll have a negative effect on your health. Not just your physical health, which leads to heart disease, diabetes, high blood pressure, but also your mental health. When you have an unhealthy community from their diet, you also have an unhealthy community socially.
In the absence of at least relative environmental equality, there will never be human equality, because we are all a reflection of our environment. If you add all that up that they're doing to make a healthier place, what they're ultimately doing is justice.
We've created a model through our urban agricultural program where our aquaponics, our composting, our training and education programs that help solve the problems that urban core communities are facing. And we know that we can replicate it because we've already done it. We're already in Columbus, Ohio. We're in Twinsburg, Ohio. We're going to Boston. We're going to Buffalo. We're going to Atlanta. We have a partnership with our friend in Belize, Central America. We have a training center there. We have a training center in Israel, southern Israel. We have 2 training centers in Africa, one in Kenya and one in Ghana. These communities face the same thing. People want access to healthy, fresh food. They want to go to work and come home safely. They want to enjoy family and friends. And we believe that through our model, we've created a solution to give those communities those answers.
You know, you always want to sow good seed in fertile soil. You know, fertile soil has to now become the minds of the people. You know,